Yo, 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 what is up, YouTube? We're playing some Agni here today for the A through Z series. Agni is the second god, so naturally we're playing him second. Oh my goodness, we're against Hawkeyes. GG, man. So for those of you who don't know Hawkeyes, you know, he's not like a super famous male model or anything like that, but he is a GM player, so guess we got our work cut out for us. Is that the phrase? Is that what people say? I don't know. Anyways, hope you guys are having a wonderful morning, evening, night, whatever. I mean, I don't know what you guys are having, or afternoon, whatever, man. Whatever it is for you guys, we are currently at playing some Agni here. I don't really know how this matchup goes, truthfully. I've actually seen this matchup a couple times, and I've seen it from good players, and I've seen it go both ways. So I think it's a pretty even matchup. I think Morgan Le Fay maybe has a little bit more damage in her kit in Duel than Agni does, but we will try our best. I just woke up like, I don't even know what time is it. It's 10 a.m. So I woke up like 2 hours ago. But if you watched the video yesterday, you'll know that it takes me approximately 3 hours of talking and gameplay to really be juiced up. So we're working at like 66% capacity here. It's okay. We're playing Agni. Hopefully we can get some stuff done here. We went med start. Interesting. I probably will go. I don't know. I was gonna say I'll go med 2, but honestly, I don't know about that one for sure. Ugh, we're gonna full clear the wave and then just walk over here and see what he's gonna do. Okay, it looks like he's willing to give up blues for the red buff here. Which is fine by me, I'd say. Boom. Also, I don't know who has like the better early. I think we have like a stalemate early too. I think this is actually a really good matchup, to be honest. Like not good matchup for either side. I just mean like it's a fair game, you know. It's a ooh. Oh no, we're getting cloned on. Wait, no, we're not getting cloned on. That's good. No, I died to the freaking auto attack, man. I'm not awake. I'm still tired. I'm brain dead mode. I could have played that so much better, I'll be honest. That was pretty bad by me. Okay, well, we got our work cut out for us, man, especially now. We gotta try our absolute best against the Hawkeyes. I played against this guy like maybe like, I don't know. I think I played against him like 4 or 5 times in total. And I think I've lost to him like once or twice. I think I've lost to him twice, actually. And if you're asking me, I lost really bad matchups, so you know it basically doesn't even count. You know, it basically doesn't even count as a loss if it was a bad matchup. Now you may be asking, why does it not count as a loss? Well, because for my pride, I just choose to not accept it. Like that's why. Like it's no one else's rules; it's just my rules. I personally just choose not to accept it, so therefore it doesn't count. Although I don't know, dude. Like, it's not even the matchup I'm worried about, or even the player. I'm just like, I'm wondering how capable my brain is at playing Agni in general, to be honest. Playing Agni in general, but especially right now. You know what? I'm not going to count myself out. So what if we had a blunder in the early game? So what, man? Mistakes happen. Everybody has those days. I think Hannah Montana said that. Or maybe it was Miley Cyrus. Oh. Okay, well, that's interesting, man. That dude, you know, this is a rough one. I won't lie. This is a rough. I don't know what to do about this one. He just does so much damage, man. Okay, I have to play super smart and super patient. It doesn't help that, like, in order to wake up and warm up a little bit, I played a couple games on my Smurf before this. My alt account, my second account, whatever you want to call it. And the players I was against, let's just say they were less than good. Let's just say that. They were less than good. And maybe I'm just coping here, but something tells me being able to run at those guys, spam laugh, and get away with whatever I want in the entire world, built up some bad habits in which I don't think anyone can kill me right now. So basically what I'm trying to say is I'm not used to playing against super alpha players like Hawkeyes this early in the morning, you know? Like I'm not used to people just running at me with full speed and hate in their eyes. Oh, dude, he hits those. Dude, he is just landing everything right now, man. This is not the Hawkeyes I remember. This guy's different, man. All right, we got it. That's good. Hopefully we don't die for it. Oh, oh. Dude, Morgan Le Fay is so mean to me. Like, oh, what a OP god. Yeah, that's the only reason I'm losing this early game, by the way. Just to be clear, in case anyone was wondering. Anyone out there is wondering, the only reason, there's one reason why I'm losing this early game. There's one reason why I've died twice. And you're probably thinking, well, because you're playing bad and you misplayed. No, that's not the reason. It's because her god is OP. Everyone knows that. Oh. And truthfully, if I died to any god, I would just say that they're OP, because if I say they're OP, that means that it's not my fault. So that's how you stay mentally positive in these type of games, you know. You just blame the game, and then you try not to let it get to you, but you blame the game, and then you just never blame yourself, so that way you have full confidence you can come back. It's that easy. Owned. Dude, Hawkeyes, you smell, man. I'm assuming after this video comes out, win or lose, because if it's a competitive game, like, don't get me wrong, Blunt dying twice in the early game is kind of embarrassing and makes me not even want to post this. But I can't have that mindset if I'm going to be doing YouTube every single day, you know? Like, this is going to happen. I got to get used to it. Ugh. But anyways, as I was saying, sometimes you're just gonna get owned, especially in this A through Z series. Oh my, this A through Z series where we're playing less than great gods. Now Agni is actually pretty solid in Duel, if you're asking me. But there will be worse characters, certainly, squirtinly. I kind of want to stay. I think this little like 1 HP trade thing we're doing. Oh, I dashed, so it did extra damage to me. I kind of forgot about that. And I actually love playing Morgan Le Fay too. Oh, that's kind of embarrassing. Dude, what do we do, man? I think this is just one of those situations where we just have to farm till late game, you know? We simply just have to farm. I also think, like, another thing, that it's embarrassing dying early game. Like, you know, I try my best to play flawless. Not saying I do play flawless, but I tried to play flawless, you know? But I do think this is pretty good for YouTube because, like I said, I gotta get used to, you know, getting beat up like this. But also because I know you guys are in this situation, you know, a fair amount as well. Like in a situation where you are just losing the early, you're unsure about the matchup, and you don't know if you don't know what to do, basically, is what I'm saying. And so me being in this situation, hopefully will help you guys, you know, learn a little bit about what to do. Even though I will say I'm not playing this super perfectly. He just knows. Ooh. He just knows he can be pretty confident in this matchup. Early game. We got the red again. That's really good. Ooh. Okay, good thing that didn't hit me. Dude, my depth perception is so bad right now. Like, I can hardly even tell if her 3 is gonna hit me or not, which usually I would say I'm pretty good about that kind of stuff. I would say, like, on average, I'm pretty good about knowing, like, if an ability can hit me or not. You know, if I'm standing in range of her or not. But this game, man, definitely not doing so hot at that. Like I said, we're just waiting till late game, man. It's not even that Agni wins this matchup super hard late game or anything like that. It's just, I feel like I'll be more warmed up by then. And also, Agni just scales really well. And it's not to say Morgan Le Fay doesn't scale really well. It's not to say she doesn't also have an amazing late game, because she does. But I'm just saying I'm a little bit more confident in being able to trade blows with her late game than I am now, especially since we died a couple times early. Although I will say we're not even that far behind. Which is just a certified duel moment. Alright, there we go. We got her. I won't lie, I was a little clinched up there. That was a little intense, but I was pretty confident that we could kill her there. I don't know if her med was up or not, to be honest, but she was ulting, so it didn't really matter whether her med was up. Alright, we're gonna run over here, check to see if there's any chesters. Truthfully, okay, never mind, there isn't because I killed one over there. If that tells you exactly, that should tell you exactly how much I'm paying attention, by the way. It's not that it's not for a lack of trying. Like, obviously I'm trying to pay attention right now. It's just more or less like I said, my brain's just turned off right now, so I can only concentrate on so many things in the morning. She went blink, okay. Yeah, I do that a lot on Morgan Le Fay as well, because she has a very good, like, one-shot potential. As long as you start the fights, she uses that blink very, very well. Or, and when I say you, I mean... No, my 2 didn't even kill any of them, man. I don't do any damage. Alright, we owned her a little bit there. Just a little bit. Not too much, but a little bit of ownage. Okay, we do fair damage now. Maybe I should stop playing as scared. I mean, I did just kill her, you know, so I'm not playing petrified. You know, I am fighting a little bit. We did kill her, but at the same time, I am still being a little bit of a scaredy cat. He has so much healing on that ult, because the ult itself is a heal, and he has lifesteal as well, so tons of sustain there. Without her lifesteal, I definitely would have killed her, but of course she has lifesteal. It's kind of an awkward situation. We're stalemating a little bit. Also, sorry if I don't talk at time. Like again, Hawkeyes is a GM player that I have lost to in the past, and I'm playing a character that isn't bad, but a character I'm not exactly 100% comfortable in. So, long story short, what I'm saying is I have to focus up a little bit. Sometimes I can't go full-on YouTuber moment because I have to actually play the game, you know? Alright. Now, I promise you, Hawkeyes is a GM player, and you may be wondering, that was such a bronze play, why did he do that? Well, the simple answer is, even GM players make mistakes, guys, okay? I don't know if you guys noticed, you might not have noticed, but I did, in fact, die twice in like 3 minutes this game. And I'm a GM player, and a lot of people consider me to be #1, or at least top 3 duelers. Now, I'm not saying I'm saying that, but that's what people say to me on a constant day-to-day basis, and it kind of irritates me, honestly, because when people gas me up like that and say I'm so good, it means that I should win all the time, right? And so every time I lose, I'm like, oh, okay, so I'm just horrible. I should feel so bad because I'm apparently the #1 and I'm losing. But hey, man, it doesn't matter if you're #1, you're #3, you're number 100. At the end of the day, everybody loses. And at the end of the day, everybody makes misplays, just like Hawkeyes did. And we have to capitalize off of those. We're juking, we're juking. Alright, we did a decent amount of poke to her, but we certainly did not win that trade, that's for sure. We kind of got owned a little bit. Honestly, we got owned a lot of it. I don't know why I'm saying a little bit. We got owned a lot of it. I don't know why he wants my tower so bad, man. He's being so greedy for it. He's just trying to pressure. I mean, I understand it, but... I mean, I don't know. Maybe I should have just went straight to Bull Demon, actually. I think I can get this Phoenix. Maybe if I just don't clear the wave. I think clearing the wave right here would be kind of bait, like using that time to, you know, use the abilities on the wave. Alright, I put my 1 down so she couldn't blink. At least in that moment, she couldn't. This is unfortunate, I will say. Because I think that red's up, right? I'm pretty sure the red is up. Maybe not. I don't even know anymore. Maybe I never got the timer. But I think the red is up. And if it is, and she gets it, that's a little bit unfortunate. Unfortunate trade-off. I mean, don't get me wrong. Getting Phoenix is definitely better than red buff. But I would have liked to just get both, you know, not in a perfect world. So here we are. We do have a power pot now, though. I bought the power pot because I feel like I'm at a pretty good point in my build where I can, I don't want to say one-shot her because obviously there's multiple things that go into the combo here, but, you know, kill her in one little instance. I think we're pretty strong at that. So I'll explain the build. I don't know how in-depth I'm going to be with these explanations at the end of the video, or not. You know, maybe we'll find our groove somewhere along the way of how in-depth I'm going to, like, be with my builds. But I definitely will say something about my build at the end of the video, by the way, in case you're curious why I built what I did. They might just be, you know, just vague explanations. They might be in detail. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see where the wind takes us. But also, as far as my shard choice, truthfully, I kind of like the horn shard because it's basically like a little meditation, except, which is what he's building into, by the way. He's trying to upgrade his med right now. He just got the tier 2. I wouldn't be surprised if he has the tier 3 now. But it's like a little budget med. And so unless I'm willing to, like, even if I wanted med's not going to give me the cooldown until I upgrade it. And I haven't, you know, had the gold to spend on it just yet. So I'm just keeping the horn shard. We might go with a med. We might go with an Aegis. We might go with a blink. I'm not entirely sure. But what I am sure about is that we don't need to make that decision right this second. Okay, he died. Oh, he did have an upgraded med there. Dude, I feel like that was a pretty good game. What do you guys think? Like, I don't know. I feel like I was down 0-2 versus a Diamond Morgan Le Fay, a GM player. And we came back from 0-2 to 4-2. And, you know, obviously he made some misplays. I made some misplays. You know, it was a classic game of GM Smite, but GG, man. I don't know if I want to stay on this screen. I guess what I could do is, because I don't want this noise in the background to stay here the entire time, so what I'll do is I'll click on the scoreboard and then I'll tab out of Smite, which will stop playing the noise. That's my Giga Brain idea. Hawkeyes didn't even say GG to me. What a jerk, man. What a jerk. I'm just kidding. But anyways, so as far as the build goes, I would say Chronos Pendant into Genji's is a pretty standard mage start these days. It's not that you have to do it, but it's just very safe. That's why most people like it. Also, the tier 2, if you look at the items, the tier 2 Chronos Pendant is actually better statted than tier 2 Book of Thought, tier 2 Bancrofts. It's not a big deal, so if you don't care too much about the early game, it's not a big deal. But I'll just tell you right now, tier 2 Chronos Pendant has 60 power and MP5. The other ones have 55 power, less power, and they have what's it called? They have like mana or lifesteal or both or whatever. And mana is not as good as MP5, at least in my opinion. I like the MP5 more. So it just has a better tier 2 start. It's typically why I like it. If I ever do go Bancrofts first, it's usually against like physicals, and I don't even always do it against them. I'm just saying Chronos Pendant is a pretty staple start in, for mage versus mage, or honestly for just mages in general, so that's good. Genji's, I don't really feel like I need to explain that too much. Genji's is just really good in general. It's always been good. That's why I feel like I don't have to explain it too much. It gives you a burst cooldown. It's really good. In general, it has good stats. Mages love CDR, etc. And then double lifesteal. In my opinion, Typhons is arguably the best mage item in the game right now, if not like top 3. So I try to weave in lifesteal in pretty much every build because lifesteal is a good stat. It's a great stat. But it's not just because I like lifesteal, you know, healing. It's also just because the items on it, like I did some jungle practice testing, and you guys can do testing yourselves if you don't believe me or you want to correct me or whatever. But I did like a full mana Book of Thoth build versus a lifesteal build. And keep in mind, when you're doing the lifesteal build, you want to, you know, show your stats when you're full HP and when you're like half HP, because you got to use that Bancroft's passive and stuff like that. So you got to take the Bancroft's passive into account. But long story short, when you do like the full power book build and you don't have any lifesteal in it, pretty much, maybe you throw in a poly or something, but you don't have any lifesteal, it does have more damage and more power than this build. It does, but in my opinion, it doesn't have enough extra power to make up for the fact that you're not healing at all. And also, a part of not healing at all means that they probably don't have to go anti-heal. Like you saw this, Morgan Le Fay went anti-heal. I would have went anti-heal last item. The only reason I didn't, or the only reason I was pushing it until last item and not 5th, is because I have a really good all-in, like you guys saw at the end there. I have really, really good damage. So I feel like I can kill her even through her med, even through her lifesteal, all that stuff. But last item would have been Divine Ruin for her healing. And so what I was saying is not only is the build very comparable to book as far as damage, but you also have lifesteal. And you force them into going anti-heal, which is good for you as well. Because Divine Ruin isn't, I don't want to say it's a bad statted item, like it's bad. It's just there are better items that do more damage. Like for instance, Ratatouille, you know, like I just did. There are better items, so you're forcing them into anti-heal. So overall, that's the build. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I just, you know, I do this on pretty much most mages. You'll definitely see it a lot through this A through Z series. I definitely do this build a lot. And like I said, my shard, I was keeping the shard because I truthfully didn't know what I wanted last relic. And also I didn't feel like I needed it right this moment. So I can wait and just see how the game plays out. See, you know, if that game ended up being 10 minutes longer and it was really difficult because I couldn't close gap, I couldn't get close to her, maybe I get a blink. Or maybe the only reason I start losing is because her med upgrade, she out cooldowns me. Maybe I'll get rid of my horn shard, which is like a budget little med, and get myself a med upgrade, you know? Or maybe I just get an Aegis to stop her all in, you know, whatever. The point is I didn't need a relic just then and there, and the horn shard, it's not like it's useless. It's just like a little baby meditation, you know? So that's my little brief explanation. Let me know how you guys feel about, not this video, but let me know how you guys feel about the build explanations. Do you guys want me to go in depth? Do you guys want me to just be like, yep, these are my items and I think they're pretty good and this is what I would have went last and that's about it, you know? Or do you guys want me to be in depth? You know, it's really, I'll do whatever you guys prefer. At the end of the day, you guys are the ones watching the videos and stuff like that. So, you know, whatever, just let me know in the comments below. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. It's a little embarrassing dying twice in the early game, but I think it ended up, you know, resulting in a good match, a good video. So, also, this is my first game, by the way. Like, this is my first recording. I mean, we just one and done this, just like we did the Achilles video. Really great. We actually got a pretty good player. You know, Hawkeyes is obviously much better than the average gold player I would get at 10 in the morning. So, you know, overall, I think it was a really good morning, really good video. And thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.